Here we start again with the further ramblings of the Tricycle guy. Back on project air-cooled big bore 295, 77 millimeter, whatever I call it, I don't remember. I have the engine in. I did test fire it. It does pop off. I just was looking for spark. I don't have the gas tank on. It is a little difficult to get the fuel oil mixture into the carburetor as it's sitting here. But I did run into a snag with the fact that in my previous video, let's see, get my light on it there. Yeah, this carburetor boot is a dirt bike boot. As you can see, it's very close to the case down there. There we go. Maybe I'll just take that away, let the phone light it up. That'll work. The boot is a 36 boot, so it fits my 36 carb. Trouble is, it's shorter. So it left me, wait a minute, right there. It left me that much short of my air box, about 3/8 of an inch. So what I gotta do, which I have done already, that was the snag I ran into. Took a piece of gray conduit style PVC and I turned it down to go inside there. I put a little silicone around to seal, and then left the outside diameter the same because it was actually what it needed to be for that boot. So it's a good thing I have access to a lathe Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and I also have access to one on the weekends. So I had to wait till I could get the piece of PVC and do that. And you can see the flange here under, well, let me get this here. Yeah, use the official inspection pointing tool. The flange here is where this boot should be, but it's not. It's on the PVC pipe here in the middle. And this PVC pipe is a little over 3/4 of an inch long, so the clamp should be all on the PVC pipe. Basically had to make an adapter. I don't know why that keeps fuzzing out like that. And I'm holding my phone wrong. There we go, that's better. Dang, that's miserable. I don't know why that's so fuzzy. Anywho, so I had to make the adapter work. And you know, darker than dark. Let me get the light back in there. There we go. You can see the PVC's gray. And then that fits into the boot. So I got to put all the clamps up on there, work everything around. I have the carb seated in there and tight. That's actually an 83 CR250R clamp that I got because I'm just weird about that stuff. I like Honda stuff. It all works nice together. But it's coming along. I did get a jug of VP 110. The guy told me you got to run 105 minimum. So I'm just going to run 110 straight, obviously with my 2-stroke oil in there. So that's where we are right now. I tried putting my 14-tooth sprocket on the front, but I put the new chain on with the new rear sprocket, and it's a 1342 gear. I thought I had enough play in the chain to jump to a 14. Well, it turns out that 14 sprocket's a little bit bigger than I thought. So as it turns out, I can't run the 14 with the 42, and I was hoping to find a 40 for the rear. 1440, I probably have enough chain tension and adjustment to do it, but for now I'm just going to drop the 13 back in, run 1342, which is stock gear on this. So going from a 22-inch tire that'll give you a tall gear and a 1342, which is a low ratio, going up a tooth in the front is going to lower your RPMs because I'm dropping from an 22 down to an 18 tire. Smaller the tire, the higher your RPMs are going to be. So bigger the front sprocket, the lower your RPMs are going to be. So you get the tires and the sprockets in an argument with each other, and at one point you're going to find that happy place where everything likes to live. My nice Rider white 85 250R, they come through 1339 gears with a 20-inch tire. And I did a little bit of light porting, put the V-forces on, jumped up to a 38. It's a decently strong stock cylinder, decent, not power valve, not Eddie Sanders cylinder or anything, not crazy porting, but it's a good, strong breathing stock 250. So I dropped the rear one on that to a 37 from a 39, and I went from a 13 up to a 14. So I went from 1339 to 1437 and dropped down to some 18-inch Kendas, and it really likes it. It's a good, strong mid gear. I always say quarter throttle to three-quarter throttle, and second, third, fourth gear, that thing is just strong, powerful, pulls, never dead. You smack the throttle, it hits and goes. No lag, no labor, nothing, it rips. So I was thinking, with this being a 295, and I got some 2010 8 Kendas to put on. So with the 20-inch tires, I'm dropping from a stock 22 down to a 20. So that's going to increase my RPMs, and I'm already at 1342. So I thought 1442 would be a good place to start. And if it's still, you know, you're going to rip right up through the gears with a low ratio. If it still doesn't make the gears tall enough, I could drop to a 42. And I've been told that every 3 teeth or so, 3.5 teeth on the rear equals 1 in the front. So if you jump up 1 in the front, it's the same as dropping 3 in the rear. So if I drop 2 in the rear and go up 1, I gained a tooth and a half in the front, which is a lot of gear when you start doing the math, the way you're supposed to divide gear ratios. But I don't want to yammer on all day about gear ratios. And I do. Now, these things are impossible to find, so I was glad to find it. It's kind of banged up. And if you're the guy that sold me this wheel, don't be upset, because I did see it on eBay. Who knows? He might be one of my faithful followers. Decent looking wheel. A little ding-a-ling there. Ding-a-ling here. Not perfect, but it'll work. And because I'm crazy like that, and I'd rather have stock wheels. The holes ain't all walled out. It obviously got a little damage on the inside too, which I'm not sure how that got there. But I only have one, and the price was decent enough, and these just don't come up very often. I may try to straighten that or bend that out a little bit or whatever. Mainly get it cleaned up, get it so a tire will seat on there. Still need the rear yet, because I have the 2010 8 tires, and they're 8-inch rims, and I'm not going to paint 200X rims gold. So I got my plow buggy sitting there waiting to plow. I had to take the plow off of that one, doing some tree cutting and such, and I need to use my wagon. And that plow only lifts about 4 inches. This is the good plow. This one lifts real high. But anyway, that's that for now. That's a quick update. Not really quick. Here I go yammering for an hour. But comment, share, subscribe, like. Let me know what you think. I will be posting a video of it shortly here running. Now the airbox is done. I'm going to try to button things up, get some fuel mixed up. Maybe play with the carburetor, adjust it. I'm not sure. It came through with like a 158 or 160 main. I'm hoping that's close. I do have some jets here I could change. I don't have any pilots. I'd have to get some if it don't like the low end. But we're going to see. We're going to find out. So, thanks for watching. Everybody have a Merry Christmas out there.